Hey there, English learners. Welcome to Learn English with John and Lena. I'm John, your friendly neighborhood English teacher with a big mug of coffee in my hand and a heart full of vocabulary.
And I'm Lena, also an English teacher. But today I've got green tea, not coffee. I'm here to bring the grammar, the giggles, and the good vibes. Thanks for joining us.
Today's episode is all about learning English fast, but more importantly, learning it smart. Because, let's face it, just studying harder isn't always the answer.
Exactly. If hard work was enough, we'd all speak 5 languages by now. But smart techniques, that's the secret sauce.
Secret sauce. Now I'm hungry. Anyway, whether you're just starting to learn English or you've been studying for a while and feel stuck, we've got your back.
We're going to share the best smart learning techniques that we've taught our students for years. And these actually work. No gimmicks, no magic pills, just real, proven methods.
And they're fun, too. We'll talk about mini habits, input versus output, how to use your phone like a personal tutor, and more.
Plus, we'll give you real-life examples from our students around the world. Some of them learned English in just 6 months with these techniques.
Yes, you'll hear their stories, their struggles, and their aha moments. You might even hear some bad jokes. Sorry in advance.
Oh, we're definitely doing bad jokes. That's not optional.
Before we get started, let's take a moment to think about why you want to learn English. If you're listening to this, you already have some motivation, but let's go deeper.
Is it because you want to get a better job, travel more easily, watch Netflix without subtitles, or maybe you just want to sound like your favorite YouTuber?
Whatever your reason is, it's valid, and keeping that reason in your mind while learning will help you stay focused and excited.
We'll talk more about that in the next segment, but for now, let's just appreciate this. Learning English can open so many doors in your life. More jobs, more friends, more confidence.
And more memes. Don't forget the memes.
Oh, how could I forget? English is basically the language of memes, and the internet, and business, and, life.
All right, so here's how this episode is going to work. First, we'll chat about the common problems English learners face and why smart techniques are the solution.
Then we'll dive into our favorite techniques, small habits that make big progress, using your environment, how to think in English, and more.
After that, we'll give you real-life examples from students who applied these techniques and saw big results.
And finally, we'll recap everything, with a bit of humor and motivation to keep you going.
So, are you ready to learn English smarter, not harder?
Let's do it!
But before we dive into the serious tips and tricks, let's talk about a few of the not-so-smart ways people try to learn English. Just for fun, and maybe, just maybe, you'll recognize yourself.
Oh yes, like that student who tried to memorize the entire dictionary, page by page, no context, no examples, just pain.
That's dedication, but also a guaranteed headache.
Or people who think watching movies without understanding anything will somehow make the language stick. Like osmosis?
Yeah, like the words will magically enter your brain if you sit near the TV long enough.
Spoiler alert. That's not how it works.
We're not here to make fun. We've all made these mistakes. In fact, I used to try to learn Spanish just by listening to music. I had no idea what the lyrics meant, but I was singing them loudly in public.
Oh no. What were you singing?
Let's just say it wasn't family-friendly. And I didn't know until a kind grandma told me.
Yikes. Okay, so that's why we're here, to help you avoid those painful and sometimes embarrassing mistakes.
Now, let's talk about one of the most important ideas. Language is not just knowledge, it's a skill.
Yes, that's so important. You don't just learn a language, like history or science. You have to practice it, like riding a bike or playing the guitar.
And smart learners focus on practicing the skill in the right way, not just cramming grammar rules, but using English in real situations, even if it's scary.
And yes, mistakes will happen, but that's part of the process. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning fast enough.
So don't be afraid to speak or write Or listen, even if you don't understand every word. That's the road to real progress.
And we'll walk that road with you, or jog, or speed walk, whatever pace you like.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and then jump into our main discussion. What are SMART techniques, and how can you use them today to start improving fast?
Grab your notebook, or your phone, or just your ears, because the good stuff is coming up next.
Welcome back, friends. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff, the SMART techniques. Lena, do you want to kick things off?
Sure. So John and I both agree on this. One of the biggest mistakes English learners make is focusing too much on hard work instead of smart work.
Exactly. It's like digging a hole with a spoon. You might be working really hard, sweating, giving your 100%, but if someone hands you a shovel, suddenly everything gets easier.
Smart techniques are your shovel, and today we've got a whole toolbox for you. Let's start with something basic but super powerful. Goal setting. Not just, I want to be fluent. That's too big. You need small, clear goals.
Right. Saying, I want to be fluent is like saying, I want to climb Mount Everest. Okay, but how? When? From where?
Better goals sound like this. I want to learn 10 new words this week. I want to have a 5-minute conversation in English today. I will watch one English video with subtitles every day.
Those are clear, measurable, and easy to track. You can see progress, and that builds confidence.
Also, when you complete a small goal, your brain gets a little dopamine hit. It feels good, and that motivates you to keep going.
Now this one is my favorite. Mini habits. Small actions that are easy to do and build up over time.
Yes, I always tell my students, don't try to study English for 3 hours a day. If you hate it, start with 5 minutes.
Exactly. 5 minutes reading, 5 minutes speaking to yourself, even watching a short video in English. That's enough to build a habit.
And once it's a habit, it becomes automatic, just like brushing your teeth.
Unless you forget to brush, then, well, let's not go there.
Gross, but true.
Another super important technique is to balance your input and output.
Yes, input means listening and reading. Output means speaking and writing. You need both to grow your English skills.
Some people just watch TV in English and say, I'm learning. But if you never use the language, your brain gets lazy.
It's like going to the gym and only watching other people exercise. You won't get stronger just by watching.
You need to actually lift the weights. In language, that means speaking, even to yourself, or writing a short paragraph each day.
Even talking to your pet in English helps. I talk to my cat in English. He's not impressed, but I am.
And I once explained the past perfect tense to my toaster. No complaints from it so far.
Your phone can be your best English teacher if you use it right.
That's right. Most people use their phones to scroll through memes or watch cat videos, but you can turn it into a powerful English learning machine.
Start by changing your phone's language to English. That way, you're learning every time you check your settings.
You can also download apps like Duolingo, Anki, or Quizlet, or follow English learning accounts on Instagram or TikTok.
Don't forget YouTube. Tons of free lessons, pronunciation videos, grammar tips. Just make sure you're watching good content, not just pranks.
Unless the pranks are in English. Then maybe.
This next one might feel a bit weird, but it works. Talk to yourself in English.
Yes, narrate your day. Say things like, I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm making coffee. I'm going outside.
It sounds simple, but it trains your brain to think in English, and that's a big step.
You can even ask yourself questions. What should I eat today? Do I like this shirt? Why is this traffic so bad?
And if you don't know how to say something, write it down and look it up later. That's learning in real time.
Let's talk about reading. A lot of learners jump straight into hard books and get frustrated.
Big mistake. Start with graded readers.
books written specifically for learners, or read articles and short stories for beginners.
Even children's books work great. Don't be embarrassed. If it's simple and clear, you're learning faster.
Exactly. I read children's books in French when I was learning. I learned words like pomme and chateau, which, by the way, means apple and castle. Very useful.
Hey, apples and castles come up more than you think.
Listening is powerful, but it has to be active listening.
Right. Don't just play English audio while cleaning and ignore it. Focus. Pay attention.
Repeat what you hear. Pause. Rewind. Try to mimic the speaker's voice. That's how you get better pronunciation and rhythm.
And use subtitles if you need them. First with English subtitles, then try without.
Podcasts, audiobooks, interviews, short news stories, these are gold for learners.
And they fit into your day easily. Walking, commuting, cooking, turn it into listening time. The best way to learn fast? Make English part of your real life.
Label items in your home. Write your grocery list in English. Follow English-speaking influencers. Watch cooking videos in English.
Even switch your GPS or alarm to English. Your brain starts to link English with your everyday routine.
It's called immersion, and you don't have to live in the USA or UK to do it. You can build an English environment around you right now.
A smart learner doesn't fear mistakes. They use them.
When you make a mistake, you learn faster, but only if you pay attention to it.
Keep a mistake journal. Every time you say or write something wrong, write the correct version next to it.
Over time, you'll start noticing patterns, and you'll fix them naturally. One of my students called kitchen a chicken for 3 months. We laughed, we corrected it, and now he never forgets.
Finally, celebrate your progress.
Even small wins matter. Finished 2 first English book? Amazing. Watched a whole video and understood 50%? That's a huge step.
Learning a language is a long journey, but when you notice your growth, you stay motivated.
Be proud of every word you learn, every sentence you say, every time you try.
Okay, that was a lot of smart techniques. Want a quick list?
Sure, let's do a lightning round.
Set simple, clear goals, use mini habits and micro-learning, balance input and output, turn your phone into a tutor, talk to yourself in English, read easy English daily, listen actively, not passively, immerse yourself in English life, learn from mistakes, celebrate wins big or small.
Boom, 10 smart ways to speed up your English learning. You don't need to do all of them at once. Start with 2 or 3.
And stick to them. Consistency is what makes you fluent, not perfection.
Welcome back. You've heard the techniques. Now it's time to see them in action.
That's right. In this segment, we'll tell you about some real students we've taught. They all started with different levels of English, but they had one thing in common.
They learned smart. They didn't try to memorize everything. They built habits. They used their time wisely. And they made real progress.
So if you're listening and thinking, can I really do this? These stories are for you. Let's start with Ahmed, a student from Egypt. When I met him, he could barely say hello in English. He was shy and nervous. He avoided speaking in class.
But he had a dream. He wanted to work in tourism and guide visitors in Cairo. And he knew English was the key.
We started small. His first goal, say one English sentence out loud every day. Just one. Even if it was, I like coffee.
After a week, it became 2 sentences, then a full paragraph, then a short story.
He also used his phone to record himself speaking. Every night he talked for 3 minutes about his day. At first it was simple. I wake up, I eat, I go to work. But it grew.
After 3 months, he could describe his entire workday in English. After 6 months, he gave a tour to real tourists, all in English.
I cried. He was so confident. His grammar wasn't perfect, but his message was clear, and that's what matters.
Next up is Maria, a nurse from Brazil. She was overwhelmed by English grammar. Past perfect, modal verbs, forget it.
So we did something different. We started with children's books. The Very Hungry Caterpillar was our first one.
She laughed at first. This is for kids. But then she noticed something important. She understood it.
And understanding gave her confidence. She read one book a day, then moved to cartoon shows, Peppa Pig, Dora, even SpongeBob.
She watched them with English subtitles. She paused, repeated, and wrote down new words.
6 months later, she moved on to shows like Friends and The Office. Her vocabulary exploded.
Now she works in a hospital where she helps English-speaking patients, and she speaks like a pro.
Moral of the story? Don't underestimate simple content. It's powerful. Okay, this one is fun. Meet Fahim, a student from Bangladesh. He loved gardening and used it to learn English.
He started by naming all his plants in English. This is basil, that's lavender. Hello, Mr. Aloe Vera.
Every morning, he'd talk to his plants. How are you today? You look green and healthy. It was adorable and brilliant.
It helped him practice speaking without fear. No one was judging him, just leaves.
He also wrote a journal about his plants. Today, I watered the tomatoes. They are growing fast. Every entry helped improve his grammar.
He even made YouTube videos about gardening in English. He started with subtitles, and now he speaks fluently.
So if you have a hobby, use it. Mix English with what you love.
Aisha was a high school student in Pakistan. She had big exams coming up, but her vocabulary was limited.
So we did something simple. 1 word a day.
That's it. She wrote the word on a sticky note, along with the definition and an example sentence. Then she stuck it on the wall.
She also tried to use that word in real conversation or writing the same day.
After 1 month, she knew 30 new words. In 6 months...
And these weren't random words. They were practical. Explain, decide, describe, patient, compare.
Her speaking and writing became sharper, more natural, more confident.
It's not about speed. It's about consistency.
Last one. Kenji from Japan. He loved technology but hated textbooks. He found them boring.
So I told him, why not learn English through podcasts? And boom, that changed everything.
He started with beginner podcasts, 1 episode every morning on the train.
He used the transcript to follow along. He paused, repeated, and shadowed the speaker.
Shadowing means repeating what you hear right after you hear it, like an echo.
Yes, it's great for pronunciation and fluency.
Kenji even started his own podcast after a year, teaching basic Japanese in English.
How cool is that? He turned from listener to creator. That's a smart learner. All of these students had one thing in common. Not perfect grammar, not long study hours.
They had small goals, daily habits, and smart techniques.
And most importantly, they believed in progress, not perfection.
Some of them never studied in an English-speaking country. Some had jobs, kids, busy lives.
But they made time. They made it fun. And they made it work.
So if you're listening right now and thinking, maybe I'm too old, or I'm not smart enough, stop.
You are smart enough. You just need the right strategy.
Start with one thing, one habit, one small goal, and don't stop.
Your English will grow before you know it. Woo! That was inspiring. I love hearing how people make English part of their real lives.
Me too. And now, it's your turn.
Take one idea from today, just one, and start it today. Whether it's talking to your plants, reading Peppa Pig, or listening to a podcast like this one.
You don't need permission. You're ready.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll do a quick recap and send you off with some motivation to keep going.